Welcome to PH Insight. Know the force behind the flag. Whether it's warships, fighter jets, or the next big defense move, if it matters to Philippine security, it's here. In a region where geopolitical tensions are increasingly shaped by shifting alliances and rising military assertiveness, the defense relationship between the Republic of Korea and the Republic of the Philippines has emerged as one of the most dynamic and strategically significant partnerships in Southeast Asia. From the skies to the seas, the connection between these two Indo-Pacific nations is rapidly evolving, not just in rhetoric, but in tangible military hardware and mutual strategic trust. The recent commissioning of the BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG-06, and the upcoming delivery of a second squadron of FA-50 light combat aircraft to the Philippine Air Force signal more than just procurement. They reflect a shared vision for regional stability, enhanced interoperability, and national defense self-reliance. In early July 2025, the Philippine Navy proudly welcomed its newest guided missile frigate, the BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG-06, into active service. The ceremony was more than a typical naval tradition, it marked the growing influence of South Korean naval engineering and strategic foresight in shaping the Philippine fleet. Built by Hyundai Heavy Industries, HHI, the BRP Miguel Malvar is the second ship of its class, following the BRP Jose Rizal, FFG-150, and BRP Antonio Luna, FFG-151. With improved combat management systems, integrated sensors, and vertical launch system, VLS, readiness, the ship represents a significant leap in maritime capabilities for the Philippines. It also serves as a tangible symbol of the growing defense-industrial partnership with South Korea. Named after Filipino revolutionary leader Miguel Malvar, the vessel projects not just maritime presence but also the nation's desire to become a credible naval power in the West Philippine Sea and beyond. And behind this new capability is the continued support of Seoul. Following the success of the Rizal and Malvar-class frigates, attention has now shifted to the Frigate Acquisition Project, full complement, the next major naval procurement initiative under the revised Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program, RAFP. Industry watchers and defense insiders strongly point to Hyundai Heavy Industries as the frontrunner in this competition. Their proposal is expected to be based on an enhanced variant of the Miguel Malvar-class design, potentially incorporating more advanced weaponry, including an operational vertical launch system, VLS, expanded anti-submarine warfare, ASW, features, and improved automation for reduced crew workload. For the Philippine Navy, this project represents more than just new ships. It is a chance to field a class of warships that come fully equipped upon delivery, an essential departure from earlier ships that were delivered, fitted for but not with, certain systems. The improved design would not only address the Navy's growing operational demands in the West Philippine Sea but also enhance its long-term sustainment capability through familiarity with South Korean platforms, training, and logistics support. While the seas are important, the skies are no less contested. The Philippine Air Force, PAF, has long sought to augment its limited air combat capability since retiring its F-5A divided by B Freedom fighters in the early 2000s. In 2014, the acquisition of 12 FA-50 fighter/light attack aircraft from Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI, marked the rebirth of Philippine jet combat aviation. Now, that fleet is poised to grow. Earlier this year, a landmark agreement was signed for an additional squadron of 12 FA-50s, marking a new chapter in the PAF's modernization journey. According to South Korean officials, the first batch of new FA-50s is expected to be delivered before President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. leaves office in 2028, ensuring continuity in capability building throughout his administration. This move not only reinforces the Philippines' defensive posture against external threats but also demonstrates the trust and industrial synergy between Manila and Seoul. Despite being classified as a light fighter, the FA-50 is anything but modest. Derived from the T-50 Golden Eagle advanced jet trainer, the FA-50 variant is equipped with beyond visual range missile compatibility, precision-guided munitions, and advanced radar systems. It is fast, agile, cost-effective, and well-suited to the archipelagic geography of the Philippines. The addition of another squadron brings not only quantity but operational depth. It will enable the Air Force to establish a rotational deployment pattern, allowing squadrons to rest, train, and upgrade without compromising patrol tempo over critical areas such as the West Philippine Sea and northern Luzon. With rising tensions over Taiwan and China's increasingly aggressive actions in the South China Sea, these aircraft will be crucial in securing Philippine airspace and providing close air support to ground troops during potential crises. During a recent public engagement, South Korean ambassador to the Philippines Lee Sang-hwa emphasized his government's commitment to a long-term strategic partnership with Manila. He stated that the growing defense cooperation is not only transactional but built on mutual trust and shared democratic values. The defense relationship between our two countries is one of hope and promise. From air to sea, we are working together for peace, security, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific, the ambassador said. The envoy's remarks carry added weight amid a backdrop of rising regional tensions, particularly with China's continued militarization of disputed areas in the South China Sea. By supporting the Philippines' defense modernization, South Korea is not only strengthening bilateral ties but also reinforcing regional deterrence and contributing to the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific. Another important aspect of this growing partnership is the potential for technology transfer and local industry participation. Hyundai Heavy Industries and Korea Aerospace Industries have both signaled openness to joint ventures and localized support for future defense projects. In fact, Hyundai has previously conducted technical training for Philippine Navy personnel and offered logistical support packages tailored to the Philippine setting. Meanwhile, KAI has supported the establishment of maintenance and logistics centers to ensure FA-50 fleet readiness. As the Philippines gradually aims to develop its own defense industrial base, these relationships may serve as foundational stepping stones toward greater self-reliance. Despite the momentum, challenges remain. Budget limitations, bureaucratic delays, and competing security priorities could still slow down the full realization of these projects. There are also regional political dynamics to consider, especially regarding how such acquisitions are perceived by neighboring states. However, the clear alignment of strategic interests and the commitment demonstrated by both governments offer reasons to believe that the defense partnership will not only endure, but expand. Looking forward, a strategic alliance in the making. While the term alliance is often reserved for treaty-bound relationships like the U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty, the growing defense cooperation between South Korea and the Philippines is beginning to resemble a quasi-strategic partnership, one that is built on shared concerns, trust, and complementary defense needs. In many ways, the relationship mirrors South Korea's own rise from a security aid recipient to a respected defense exporter. As the Philippines climbs its own ladder of modernization, it finds in South Korea a reliable partner who once stood where it now stands. With frigates protecting the seas, fighters patrolling the skies, and the promise of even deeper collaboration in the future, the Philippine-Korean defense partnership is no longer just about procurement. It is about building resilience, sovereignty, and strategic independence together. As the Philippines continues its ambitious path toward full-spectrum military modernization, South Korea is proving to be not just a vendor, but a genuine partner in defense transformation. Whether in the form of cutting-edge frigates like the BRP Miguel Malvar or agile FA-50 light fighters that secure the skies, each milestone achieved under this partnership tells a story of shared ambition, mutual respect, and a collective stake in the peace and stability of the Indo-Pacific. If this trajectory continues, the coming years may well see South Korea become one of the Philippines' closest and most important strategic partners, turning decades of friendly ties into a durable framework for regional security.